guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Dylan. I teach skateboarding tutorials, product reviews, and all the behind the scenes of our skateboarding nonprofit right here on this channel. Today, I'm gonna teach you a brand new mini ramp trick. It's called the Boneless and it's super fun. Check it out. I'm super excited for today's trick. One, because you guys actually picked it. I put up a poll not too long on our YouTube channel of what tricks you guys wanted to learn, and you chose the Boneless. And the second reason I'm excited for it is because it is one of my favorite tricks. I've been doing this trick for a really long time, and you've probably seen photos, videos, or numerous sessions of me doing a Boneless. So what is a Boneless? It's when you go up the ramp front side, and you're actually gonna grab the ramp in indie position with your back hand. But at the exact same time, you're gonna drop your front foot. It's gonna go on the coping of the ramp. You're gonna pick that board up as you scoop it with your back foot and pressure on your heel. As soon as you scoop that board into your hand, you're gonna jump off the coping with your front foot, fly into the air, put your foot back on the board, let go, bend your knees, and ride away. This is a really fun trick to do, but before you do it, there's a few other things you wanna learn how to do first. And first, you need to make sure that you have enough speed, and to do that, you need to know how to drop in. The second thing that you need to learn how to do is to frontside kick turn on the mini ramp. This is gonna help you with the frontside 180 motion when you do a Boneless. It may help for you to learn how to do early grabs, frontside on the mini ramp, because this way you'll have the motion of being up in the air, grabbing your board and doing a frontside 180 as well. And finally, to help you get the motion of a Boneless, I would practice it on flat ground first. If you can do it on flat ground, you'll have the same mechanics when you do it on the mini ramp. To do a Boneless on a mini ramp, I put my feet right here. I put my back foot on the heel side pocket so that I can scoop and pop that board into my hand, and then I put my front foot directly over the bolts with my heel hanging off just a little bit so that it's easier to take my foot off and to place it down on the ramp or on the coping. It depends on how well you can do this trick. So to do a Boneless on the mini ramp, you wanna make sure that you have enough speed. So you're going to want to get on the other side of the ramp, drop in and pump with quite a bit of speed, especially if you wanna get up and above the coping. As you approach the quarter pipe on the other side of the mini ramp, make sure that your knees are bent and start reaching down with your back hand. When your knees are bent, it's gonna be easier for you to scoop that board up into your hand. So as you approach the ramp and you start turning front side 180 degrees, put a bunch of pressure on the heel of your back foot. When you can put that pressure on your heel, think of it as like a no comply 180 or a frontside 180. But you're just scooping that board up into your hand. And then at the exact same time, you're gonna scoop that board, take your front foot off, place it on the ramp or on the coping, and you're gonna scoop that board into your back hand in an indie position. Right there in the middle of the board, on the toe side of the rail is where you're gonna be grabbing that. When you catch the board in your hand and your foot is down, try to extend as much as possible and jump straight up and then slightly angled front side. If you go too far up, you're gonna end up catching your truck on the way back in. But if you go too far at an angle, you're not gonna go very high, you're just gonna go wide on the ramp. So when doing this trick, there's two different ways that you can do it. You can go more straight up and it's gonna lead you higher up into the ramp with a chance of you hanging up, or you can go more angled. And the more angled you go, the more distance you're gonna cover sideways on the ramp. Once you find that sweet spot of jumping not straight up, but not too angled, but at a slight angle, you're gonna jump up into the air, jump as high as you can. As soon as you feel the board start coming back down, lift your foot up off the coping, bend your knees, and place your front foot directly back on the bolts. And as soon as that foot is on there, let go with that back hand. At this point, you're gonna be coming back into the ramp, so you wanna make sure that your knees are bent to take the impact from it. You're gonna know if you go too vertical on the jump because there's a good chance you're gonna end up in disaster or you'll hang up on the way back in. But at the same time, if you pull off too hard on the ramp, you're gonna end up going all the way to flat. So there's a sweet spot that you wanna hit right in the middle, and it's gonna put you right back in the transition. As soon as you see it, let go with that backhand, bend your knees to help you take that impact, stand up, and ride away. When you first start doing this trick, there's a few tips that I have that may help you learn it and help you gain confidence so that you can do it as big as possible. The first thing that you can do is you can try the trick way below coping. So start at the bottom of the ramp, start doing Bonelesses, and do it at the bottom quarter of the ramp. And then try to make it to halfway up the ramp. Then make it to 3/4 of the way up, and before you know it, you'll be at the top of the ramp, flying above the coping. I've also seen other people take tape and they'll put it down and pretend that's where the coping is at. And they'll continue to do that over and over again, raise the tape a little bit higher until they're all the way at the coping and they can jump and do it correctly there. The second thing you can do if you have a bank ramp at your skate park or a slant ramp, you can try it on there first. If you have one at your skate park, it's a good way to practice that same motion, that same momentum without having to worry about coming back into a slightly steeper ramp because a quarter pipe has way more slant or way more transition to it than a bank ramp would. However, it'll help you learn the motions that we can get it all down and build up some confidence to do it on a quarter pipe. And the last thing, when you do start doing them up on the coping and your foot's on the coping, you don't have to jump as high at first. At first, you can just start doing them mellow, just get the motion down of the boneless, and as you get more confident and you get the timing down right, you'll be able to jump higher. I actually think the higher that you jump, the easier it is to do it because you have more time to put your foot back up on the board on the way back in, and you have more time to make sure that you're gonna clear the coping and land right back in the ramp. See a bunch of different variants of this trick, but I think the most proper way to do it is when you go up the ramp and you drop your foot, if you roll your front heel and then put your toes on the coping, you're gonna stay on the inside of the coping, and that's gonna keep you on the inside of the ramp. But when you do a boneless, the proper way is to make sure that foot is on the coping so you can extend as much as possible, so you can tweak it out as much as possible. One of the things you'll see when people do this trick is they'll grab with their backhand and they'll kick the tail of the board out almost so it does a shifty in the air, and it puts it right in position to put that other foot back up there and then ride back in. So make sure to practice them, and over time you can style them out and they look awesome when you do them right. Well, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial of how to do a boneless on a mini ramp. If you do end up doing this trick, tag me in all your social media posts at Dylan Harold. This is one of my favorite tricks, so to see you guys learning them, it's gonna keep me super stoked. If you like this video, make sure to like it. It really does make a difference. Comment down below what other tricks you want me to teach on the mini ramp, and subscribe to this channel. If you wanna see more content like this, if you wanna see different things that we're doing here on our channel, subscribe so you get the notification for it. And lastly, if you want to support this channel or everything we're doing with our nonprofit, there's a link down below. You'll be able to go to our online web store where we have different merchandise, we have skateboards, and everything that you purchase helps teach other kiddos learn how to skate and helps it to where I can still create videos like this right here on this channel. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. As always, thanks for hanging. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel for all things faith, family, and skateboarding. We will see you guys in the next video, and as always,
thanks for hanging.